This is pokeweed. It's too far along to eat, but that's one plant that's edible. This is buttonweed. This is a plant that has some uses, mainly cordage that I'm aware of. This is a mulberry tree. These are all over in the southern part of Michigan. This one actually has some mulberries on it still that aren't ripe. Most of the other ones have already fallen off. This is burdock. This plant has quite a few uses. I haven't used it myself, but it does have a lot of good uses. White underneath, that's burdock. This is Japanese knotweed. I'm not very familiar with a lot of the wild plants. I probably only know maybe 2% of all the edible wild plants there are, but I'm just going to keep walking along and shooting short vids every time I find a plant or something that has a edible or some other type of use. These are ground cherries. Yellow flower, has a dark center. I believe these are smooth ground cherries. The fruit is edible when ripe. Here's some more. There's actually quite a few in this area. These are called Chinese lanterns as well. There's a little green fruit inside there, and when it gets ripe it's edible. I've never ate these, but I'm gonna come back this year when they're ripe and try them. This is wild carrot. Generally has a single purple flower in the center of the flower head. The old ones form a bird's nest, and the stem doesn't have any sign of purple on it, and it's covered with fine hairs. This plant has poisonous lookalikes that can kill you, but it grows abundantly. I don't know what this is. If anybody out there has an idea, please post a comment and let me know. I find a lot of it. It has toothed leaves that are somewhat rounded. And it gets these little berries on it. It's somewhat of a vine, a woody vine. Don't know what that is. If you know, let me know. This is some variety of nightshade, which is listed as a toxic plant. These leaves are fairly distinct. There's a few different varieties that grow around here, but this one gets light purple flowers with a yellow center, 5 petals. That's a plant I don't mess around with. This is Boxelder. This is a good tree to know. You can make maple syrup from the sap of this tree, but a lot of people mistake this for poison ivy because it appears it has 3 leaves, but this is actually in the maple tree family, and it produces a sugary sap that can make a high quality maple syrup. It just requires a lot more sap than a sugar maple to make a quart of syrup. But if you ever see a tree that looks like poison ivy, it's most likely Boxelder. Poison ivy doesn't grow as a tree. This is wild grape. Well, I'm not sure if it's a truly wild grape. Green Dean explains in his videos how to tell the difference based on the tendrils that come out. I believe one has a forked tendril and the other has a non-forked tendril, but I don't recall. But that's wild grape. There is Canada moonseed, which looks fairly similar, so you need to watch out for that.